Evening, everybody. Welcome to the eviction night for week 13 of the All Seeing Eye 2 Double Jeopardy. Just as a recap, Billy is the HOH, and either Lee or Michael will be leaving this evening. Usually I'd talk to Billy first, however, Cam is having audio issues again, so I'm basically going to ask Cam first how they felt about winning the power of veto. They used it on Pete. How are they feeling about that decision? Just, give me an idea of everything to do with that, and then hopefully by the time you've typed an answer to that, I'll be done talking to the HOH. So, Billy, how are you viewing this week overall? It's been a fairly long time since your first HOH. First of all, how does it compare? And second of all, are you going to come out of this week satisfied with how it's gone?
My comparison, my first HOH was the first double eviction, so I had way less time to think about things, and actually I just had to go on what I felt moving forward. For this HOH, I actually had time to think about what my decisions were and make those decisions. Do I view my HOH as success? We'll see how the vote goes.
Do you anticipate there being any problems with the vote? I'm not going to ask you exactly what you're aiming for, but
I've heard it's going to tie. I've heard it's going to be 2-2. So, because with the least penalty vote, there's 4 votes. So I heard it's going to be 2-2. And currently, I'm still making my decision up on who I want to evict.
Okay, fair enough. Cameron still hasn't sent us a message yet, so I'll go to Pete. Pete, obviously, you were on the block this week. The veto was used on you. Weirdly, compared to most people who have a veto used on them, you didn't seem particularly happy about it. Having had a sort of day to, readjust to the realities of everything that's happened, how are you feeling both about the initial decision and the situation as a whole?
It's unfortunate, at a moment, but there's only so much you can do. So, oh well. And yeah, I don't know. Should be a very fun end game, I guess. I don't know.
Fair enough. Cameron still hasn't sent us anything. I think Cameron's just ignoring us to eat their dinner at this point.
I mean, I would ignore you too, so it's fine.
And we respect that because food is food.
Can we talk about something really quick? I just want to bring it up really, really quick. I just think it's so fun. I marinated on it a little bit. I thought about it.
You said marinate, and I want steak.
Shut up. I was called a bully, villain of the season.
You would ask me while I'm eating really greasy food. British twat waffle.
Wait, I was called all of this stuff because somebody didn't get their way and because I wasn't on the block. I was called a bully and was told that I bullied multiple people in this house, which is not true. And my boyfriend was talked about for at least an hour in main chat because a little 20-year-old didn't get his way and I'm not on the block. I just find that that's so perplexing to me. I find that so funny. I'm such a bully. I'm bully of the season, y'all. Hey, hi, how are ya? I'm bully of the season because a 20-year-old twink didn't get his way.
Can we not do this again?
I know. I thought we were over it.
I just want to stop. I just want to get the. I
thought I was over it, but just thinking about it kind of makes me pissed off. I got dragged through the mud because I'm not on the block.
Well, you kind of started up that.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
Me
I'm
when
not talking to you.
honestly, Cam, do you have another adult beverage with you? Because like we need some right now.
Talk shit about me, but doesn't want to
Don't
talk
talk to me, Pete. I'm not talking to you.
Let's
I've
get this
asked
over
you
with.
multiple
So at the
times.
end of the day, it is me and Lee that's on
Yeah,
the
as I say,
block.
it's Lee and
Yeah,
Michael on the
literally.
block. I would like
As
to
we
deal
can.
with just those two right now.
Nobody asked for this, Nick.
This is minor
Nobody
league's
asked for
moment.
Pete. What part of do not talk to me do you not understand?
This
I've
is
asked you multiple
Michael's
times to
and
stop talking to me.
Lee's
Stop
time to
talking to me.
shine on the block. I'm rotted. I'm the villain of the season.
Good
You'll
week.
find
Maybe
out.
Billy can take my bully of the season title.
Grr.
I
I just don't know Z.
I just don't know.
I don't
Just say
really
it. Just
want
say it. I
to.
just don't know.
I don't really want to perpetuate this, but at the same time, I do always feel that if comments like that are going to come out, then
You have to
if
elaborate.
if anyone wishes to,
Oh, you know what, Z? Since you asked, I'll elaborate for you. You know what?
You already
I
talked
feel
a
like
lot.
I'm the best person to elaborate this question. So Cam, Lee, and Pete, and I'm not mad at Lee. I understand it was to get him off the block, and I'm not really mad at Pete or Cam. I understand that's why like they did the plan to keep them all safe. That's fair. They came up with this plan that Cam was gonna win veto, and
I wasn't a part of this, by the way.
okay, well then Pete and Cam came up with the plan that Cam was gonna win veto, or after Cam won veto, they made the plan. I don't know which. I'm kind of like confused on that part. So if one of you could answer that question, that'd be great. And the plan was to take Pete off the block to put me up, so it would cancel out the extra votes that me and Lee had garnered, and Lee would be safe and I would go home. But that plan didn't happen because Michael went up, and instead of just being mature about it and being a hypocrite, he decided to go off on me in main chat and call me a bully and call me this, that, and the other, and cry about it and talk shit about Billy and PMs because he didn't get his way. And I'm not going home this week. And I'm the only person, I'm pretty sure, left that really doesn't like Pete. So, and Pete's the only one left that really doesn't like me. So it'd just be easier for him to get rid of me, you know? So he got really upset and decided to talk on mine and Blake's relationship, and decided to talk on me, and decided to talk on Blake. And I just find it very funny. Like, it's so funny that he wants to sit there and talk about how me and Blake, whenever we don't get our way, we throw bitch fits, which is fair. I'm a little bitch. I do throw bitch fits when I don't get my way. But, like, you can't be the pot calling the kettle black when that's exactly what you did the second you didn't get your way.
yeah, I mean, I do have to allow Pete to respond at this point. So
Okay, now time for the truth.
How is that? Okay, pause. No. Please tell me what I said that's not the truth.
Can you just let him talk? Just like not to be rude, but you got your tangent. Let Pete get his tangent.
Okay. Well, first Nick said there was a plan. There was no plan. There was never a plan to take me off. You can ask Cameron. I went to Cameron. I was like, if you're going to use the veto, use it on Lee. I don't want to come off. Use it on Lee. Okay. Second, I didn't start a fight with Nick, and I didn't talk shit about Billy to anyone PMs. I went directly to Billy, and I'll admit I was upset and was having a bit of a reaction, but I was upset because I wanted to go home over Lee or Michael. So I was just upset about that. And then Nick, I guess, wanted to start a feud and tried saying that I was being a bully to Billy, even though I never called Billy any personal names. The most I said about Billy was that I didn't like his HOH week, and I didn't think, I thought it was a little dumb, but that's like a game thing. We can all disagree what we think should happen in the game, but never called Billy any names or anything. So yeah, I guess Nick just started calling me bully, and I was like, and then, that turned into a whole thing. But I mean, Nick has most definitely said worse things than I have in this game. So if I'm a bully, then Nick most definitely is. Or either both of us are bullies or neither of us are. That's kind of where I see it. And Yeah, just
Okay,
it's kind of
because
fun how the story always gets twisted.
Cam, was
Okay.
there a plan? Yes or no?
hold on. Can I get my tangent in now because my name's been brought up by both sides now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so basically, Cam did come to me. Cam's first idea was take Lee off. Not Lee. It was to take Lee off the block. That's not what I wanted. So me and Cam did have a conversation about what was going to happen. Cam can confirm all this. It's nothing. It's not going to destroy. It's not going to destroy his game or whatever because it's not like he was lying to me. Cam wanted Nick to go up to negate the votes. It is what it is. I kind of left it at that point. We really didn't discuss for anything further on that. I kind of put it at okay, I'll think about it or whatever. And then Cam went right into the veto ceremony, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I don't really get so much time to think. But well, basically, it wasn't that it was more bully tactic. It wasn't bully tactics that Pete and Lee were doing. It was just they both PM me at the same time, going after different aspects of either my game or how I'm treating other people in the game. And while two people at the same time are doing that, that wasn't necessarily something that was necessarily great for me, because now I'm having to defend my game by talking to people. Apparently, my relationships in these games were only made for jury management reasons, which has been absolutely nothing but the truth. It's nothing but a lie, because I've developed friendships with all of you, and I've done none of that for jury management because I think that's ridiculous. If I was going to do that for jury management, I wouldn't have added any of you on Snapchat, any of you on my Twitter. Like, that's personal stuff, and I wouldn't have done that just for a jury vote. Because at the grand scheme of things, this game, it's a fucking game. I would never do that just to earn a vote in a game. Secondly, Pete, I know like you kind of had a reaction, but I'm not upset with what you said because it is a different thing. Like what's good for my game's not necessarily gonna be good for your game. It can be looked as stupid for you, it can be good for me. It is what it is. And if it bites me in the ass, it bites me in the ass. But I got to go with the people who are with me the longest, and that's kind of I that's the way I play. I was loyal to who I was loyal to. I was loyal to my day ones, who were at that point. I'm just gonna say it. I was gonna be loyal to my day ones. I was loyal to my day ones, which was the LBNB alliance, which was me, Livingston, Nick, and Blake. And that was my day one alliance that we made day one. And nobody said anything about it until week 9. And it is what it is. I've played straight up. I told people what's going to happen. The person, if there is a tie tonight, the person knows who's going home. And it's not Michael. That's my tangent on that.
Yeah. I was just upset I couldn't go. I felt powerless. That's why I was upset.
Well, I didn't want Cam to use the veto, so don't yell at me about that.
Yeah.
And again,
Right.
it's not like any of this is easy for me. Like I've literally spent hours just trying to figure out what I'm doing because it hurts to evict any of you because all of you have at some point saved me in any regard. And that's what sucks because like I've literally like Lee was the one vote to keep me in this house against Livingston. And you know what? And it hurts to say like I'm evicting Lee now, but like I think that's what's best for my game right now, and that it is what it is. If it comes down to a tie, obviously.
We'll have a margarita and T's decision.
Okay. I think at this point, everybody said their piece. I can't imagine that anything more is going to come out that's going to be massively beneficial or therapeutic. So at this point, Cam did send an answer to my original question. Billy started reading it. It was as Cam-esque as one might imagine. He said, "You would ask me while I'm eating really greasy food, you British twat waffle, any whore. I was honestly really shocked that I won, not only because, I won, but that it was also by a large margin with getting everything correct. That is unusual for me, highly. But ultimately, it was a roller coaster of thoughts that drove me to make an adult beverage normally consumed in a heat wave. But I digress." I think we can all agree that adult beverages are indeed beneficial to the game, Big Brother. Anyway, at this point, I am going to go over to the nominees. So, Michael, obviously, you were originally safe, but are now blocked as the replacement. How are you feeling?
I mean, I was really nervous at the end of the day. It was between me and Nick. So, two people, it's gonna be really, really nerve-wracking. But nobody's told me they've evicted me. So I mean, I've been straight up honest with people, so I'm hoping people give me the same respect back. That if you're gonna evict me, at least tell me, because I don't have any whammies. There's nothing really I can do. What am I gonna do? Like hypnotize you to keep me? No. So I mean, I'm feeling as confident as you can be in this game on the block, but it's definitely a scary thing. I've gone however many days without being on the block at all. So to be on the block now, like the final hour, is not a nice feeling, but it's still, I'm hoping people keep me and see my worth to their games.
Fair enough. And Lee, are you able to talk?
Jack's gonna talk in place of him again.
Oh, Lee says he's typing.
Yes,
Has everyone now
should-
been nominated?
Yeah.
Everyone's been nominated at some point.
I have not yet been nominated.
Shut up, Jack.
Somehow.
I mean,
Jack,
you would have
literally
been
eat glass.
repeatedly.
I would have
Uh,
nominated Jack till he cried again.
So, Lee, I think this is, the first time that you've been on the block. Is it, in some ways, are you able to feel that it's a compliment to your game that it's taken you this long to be on the block? Or does it make it more, troubling because you feel like you've gone so far and potentially your game is now at risk? And so Lee says that it's more troubling. And do you... he says, my game is going to be over because people won't open their eyes. I don't know to whom he refers. Billy's saying it's him, but
I think at this point, I've said this multiple times. I'm gonna say it again. I basically locked up 5th place at this point.
He says Cameron is legit ignoring me, and Billy is making a terrible decision.
See, Cameron, we're vile together.
I mean, I guess we're all just bullies. God, I'm such an asshole.
Well, you're making it's not a joke, because if we're gonna go that route, it's not a joke, because at this point we go by duos. Livingston was taken out because he was my duo. Blake was taken out because he was Nick's duo, and guess what? You're Pete's duo, so you got to go. Like, I don't understand. You're literally talking to each other in a relationship. Like, stop. Like, you're gonna try and hide it and say it's not a showman's. It is what it is. Just own up to it. Just because you voted differently doesn't mean you'll have his back again.
Lee says that he's proved many times, multiple times, that he wasn't doing what Pete wanted, and then he says idiot, but I'm not quite sure who he's aiming that at. Anyway, I think we've got about as much as we're realistically likely to get out of all of you. So at this point, I'm going to go off cam. You've got about 2 minutes whilst I wait and see if anybody changes their votes. I will let you give any shout outs and say anything else you need to say, preferably not that's going to spark another long debate though. Thank you very much.
Hashtag manpower.
Cameron says, hashtag can't wait for this to be over.
gonna change all my classes to a pass fail.
Okay, so after what was probably the most quiet period I've ever had to count votes in, I can confirm that the votes have all been counted. They have been independently verified by Livingston's Feet, and I can confirm that by a vote of 0, Lee, you have been evicted from the All Seeing Eye 2.
I am Lee's speed for this goddamn game. I guess so.
Jack, shut up.
Did it really just spike?
Yes.
God damn it. Yeah.
Lee has left the call now. He says, Billy is playing everyone as they get evicted. Cameron is a snake and he won't be getting my vote. Pete low-key fucked up my game. Nick, good luck. Michael, take out the garbage. I won't be falling for Billy's tactics. Not everyone can play the innocent game. He knows what he's doing. And he has literally everyone's jury votes. While you'll keep taking other out, he's just going to be safe and coast by. Peace out, Taze 2. I won't miss most of you. Bye. Pete, don't speak to me. Bye.
What did I do?
Well, I think I can speak for everybody when I say that that was a thoroughly unpleasant eviction night, and hopefully the next ones will be mildly.
Oh, just before the recording ends, from the Skype chat, Nick, I hope you win. The rest of you choke on glass.
Well, that's gonna be kind of hard considering.
I really
win
do
HOH
want to
and have
choke
an
on
extra vote.
glass.
And then Jack, by a vote of 4-0, Lee, you have already walked out of the house.
Right. Anyway,
I'm taking a picture of the chat just for my jury. Apparently, this is good jury management, guys. Just keep that in mind.
We should all just follow in Billy's footsteps, to be honest.
I just don't know. I don't know if anybody wants to explain to me how I'm having supposed
Michael, your jury
jury
management
votes.
your jury management is shit. You need to hop on Billy's train.
Yeah,
well,
apparently.
I don't know, because in his exit here, he told me that to take out the garbage, so that surely indicates a part. But then he told me to fuck off in the house chats, like.
He told you to take out the garbage, so obviously I'm the next target.
Well, no,
He
said
means
Nick, good luck. I think by Lee's message, I'm saying just by Lee's message, I think if he won the HOH, it looks like nominations would be Cameron and Pete, with me going up as a renom. If we're just looking at his goodbye message.
I mean, if that's the case, I should have kept Pete or kept Lee.
So Pete, what made you switch?
Because he knew Lee was going home, so why vote for Lee?
I'm just
Or to
asking.
save Lee.
My vote never switched.
Did it really?
My vote was always the same.
I really thought it was gonna be 2-2. Yeah, my jury management is so good. I said it was gonna be 2-2, and then it was 4-0, guys. Keep that in mind.
right. On that note, I'm gonna end the call. If you want to keep talking,
When's HOH?
HOH will be
Maybe tonight. We're all here.
There's only 3 people playing in HOH, so.
There are.
Because I'm the outgoing HOH and Nick's an idiot, so there's only 3 of us to play.
Yeah, just checking my thing. Unless I
He's checking his immense schedule right now.
Yeah, exactly. Unless I switch them, which is a slight possibility dependent on timings. Tomorrow should be a live HOH. The veto should be semi-live, and the eviction should be Monday. Anyway, right. Night, everybody.
Night.